Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and we're going to talk about Eagle Peak, hole number 4, which is a par 3, and it says shootout. So this hole right here, okay, there's a lot of different ways that you can play it. I'm going to show you the way that I play it. Now, if you follow me, you know that I only use a navigator on tour number 8. So when it comes to me and playing this hole, I have developed into playing this hole from the right-hand side because on every single wind angle, you can use a little bit of curl and pretty much max backspin and get yourself right at the pin, which is nice. I used to play it where you see my yellow arrows, okay? I used to play it like kind of in between those bunkers and using curl to get myself towards the pin. Now, that shot is a lot easier if you're someone who uses different balls, like if you use a katana that has more side spin, okay, or a kingmaker, which is pretty excessive for tour number 8. But, you play the game however you want, whatever you find fun. If you'd like to know my tour 8 strategy, look in the description below and watch that video of my tour 8 strategy session, and you'll see why I use a navigator solely on this tour. But regardless, if you play between the bunkers, that's fine. The only thing that I didn't like about it is every once in a while you hit a great shot to the right. And sometimes that can put you in the sand, or you can clip the rough. You can clip the rough there on the left edge of the sand or right above the sand. And when you do that, it puts you really far away from the pin. The thing I liked about developing my game and playing from the right-hand side is that it's pretty much great shot proof. Great left, great right. You're still going to be bouncing onto the fairway, onto the green. And like I said, it puts you right at the pin, which is really nice, even with a navigator ball that only has 1 bar of side spin. So the other thing to keep in mind is, watch how hard you hit the ball. Because if you go too far beyond the pin, this back of the green has a significant slope that puts you way downhill. And if you hit that slope, you're going to be 20 yards away from the pin. So that's going to be very difficult to win the hole if you do that. So let me hop into my replays only here. Now, I've been working on this for the past couple weeks, and the game didn't really ever want to give me tailwind. They pretty much gave me crosswind or headwind every single time. This is the most tailwind shot that I have to show you. But just stick with me if you're not used to playing from the right-hand side, and just watch how close we get this ball every single time. All right, 5 miles an hour. Tailwind mixed with crosswind pushing from right to left. Now, as you see here, I play this shot at 10% elevation every single time, and I play it around medium distance of my sniper. Like I said, max backspin and 1 ball of curl to the left. That's pretty much consistent every single time. And what I'm looking for here is my ball guideline in most situations to be right above the sand there. And on top of that, you do want to leave yourself wiggle room of a great shot to the left. So in most situations, you're going to see me line up with my yellow ring right here, right up against the rough line. That way, if I hit a slight great left, I'm still okay. Now, a significant great left ball, and of course, you're going to be in the rough. But, the goal is to hit perfect. That's how the game is designed anyways. So here we go. Max backspin, 1 bar of side spin to the left, 10% elevation. And like I said, I play this one around medium distance of my sniper. Now you can see here I use just a little bit of left curl, and that's going to be very consistent on this hole. And the thing I like about this shot is we're always flirting with the pin. We're always within a couple yards of the hole as long as you set that shot up correctly. Now this is a pretty difficult wind angle. You're talking about an 8.5 mile per hour wind, headwind, blowing the opposite way of the hole. So meaning it's blowing from left to right when the hole is set up there on the left-hand side. So a tad of overpower and about half a ball of left curl. The overpower is just to counter the wind, and the left curl is just to get our ball right back towards the pin. As you can see here, even with nasty wind, we're able to get it 0.79 yards away. That's pretty much going to win the hole almost every single time. And you can see there our opponent made a great shot. He was, oh yeah, 1 yard away. So, we still beat him. And, that's important. So here we go, 6.4 mile per hour. Now this is headwind again. Headwind's always difficult on this hole. But as you can see here, I'm leaving myself plenty of room on that left-hand side of the rough area. Here I have almost 2 full rings of wiggle room. And sometimes I do that if I have the wind blowing that way. But you can see again, controlled overpower, my needle's not flying. I did hit a great ball to the left, which is why I always say, put yourself a little bit of wiggle room there. And because I hit great left, we came into the left-hand side of the pin, 2.24 yards away. Again, typically going to win this hole, 8 out of 10 times, and sometimes even more. So this is more headwind, more crosswind. But as you can see here, this max backspin and 1 bar of side spin to the left is the way I play it 100% of the time. And that's the nice part about me using the same ball in tour play, is that if you get used to using the same ball, eventually you just memorize how to play these shootouts. The thing you don't want to do is one hole play Navigator, and maybe the next hole you pull out a Titan, and then after that, you pull out, I don't know, a Kingmaker. And then you start playing these shootouts all with a different ball, which is going to make everything be a little bit different. This one a little further, 2.7 yards away from the hole. But typically on this particular shootout, if you can get in that range, it's going to be good enough to win. As you saw that our opponent, was over 5 yards away. And my opponents are no different than yours, okay? My opponents are no different. As you can see here, this account right now is in professional weekly rankings. It's been all up to Master 3. You can see here my opponent has a purple banner, so he's in Master weekly rankings. My opponents are just like yours. They're using high-level clubs. They're using money balls. But we don't need to do that to win. We just have to know how to approach every hole. So here, again, more headwind, but only 3.6 miles an hour. As you can see there, I left the wiggle room in case I hit a great left ball. You can just see here, slight overpower and half a ball of curl to the left. The shot is just so consistent. It's just right there every single time. And as you can see, I'm just using a little bit too much left curl. If I were to back off the left curl a little bit, I'd be even closer to the hole. So here, 2.87 to 1.83. We're just picking up wins. And this is another one. This is direct headwind. But even in direct headwind, you can see I'm using that max backspin, that 1 ball of curl to the left. I'm making sure my ball guideline is just bouncing right over that sand. You can see there, right here, I've built in that room of buffer for a great left shot in case it happens. Pulling my rings. Half a ball left curl again. And there we go. We're coming right at the pin. That's why I like this shot. You can play it however you want. I'm not here to debate with you which way is the best way. If you follow me, you know that I play Tour 8 with this ball. Both my Tour 8 accounts are 80% winning percentages, so I guess I have some room for improvement, as we all do. But I have found this just to be the most consistent way for me to play. Now, in this particular wind angle, again, we're getting headwind, and we're getting the crosswind to blow the opposite direction of what we would like. But I guess the thing that I just want everybody to recognize is the room right here that I leave to hit a great left shot. That's important. And the other important piece is watching that ball guideline, that second bounce be right over the sand. All right, so that's it for Eagle Peak, hole number 4. I do hope you find the video helpful. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. Please give me a thumbs up and, spread my channel to your clan. I'm going to be doing this all for tour number 8. You can find everything really detailed and organized in the playlist section of my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck, everybody.